Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
A first down for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And the Cyclones in the hurry up. On second down, wants to throw. Gets it to the back. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Defense might bring the house here. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. He's looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Bloomberg. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? He's back to throw on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Catch in the middle, it's Hines. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. He knew the heat was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfect. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
Dumps it to the back. Right on the money. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. They'll try to snap it quickly.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Give to the running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. He's looking to throw. Escapes the sack. The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some out-breaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you've got to do something to create separation.
Gets away. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw it again. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah,
and that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the Cyclones come to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Keeps looking downfield. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. He'll get rid of it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Quarterback checking off. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Oregon. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He makes the connection. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He's going to pass. Coming after him. He's got it. And more yards after contact. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Going up top on first down. On the run, fires downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward. But let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Cyclones will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? He wants to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Unleashes one. got him downfield. Touchdown, Noles! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here.
And that's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling your rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. The Seminoles want to move quickly. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles. And they take it in for 6 more points. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Dances away to buy time. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The tag. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida State. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Looking for blockers. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
Tackled immediately after the catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very intriguing first two quarters of football in Ames. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Cyclones will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now they're going to throw it. Makes his connection. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Extending the play. It's complete on the right side. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. To throw, it's Sims. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
3rd and goal coming up here. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Stumbled to the ground. 4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Touch pass on the run. And nothing doing there. The defense was ready, and they'll turn it over on downs. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Blunt. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterback. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He lobs one high down the left side. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Caught near the sideline, it's Paulson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He makes a grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Try to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Sims. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, no! And the stomping has commenced.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he tags on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on 1st down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown Seminoles. And the pummeling has started.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Trying to find his man on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Cyclones are on the move. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but it's so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
They'll run play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. And that pass intercepted. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sweet feet on the move. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, beat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Trying to get to it. It's complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. On second down, looking again to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Sails one into the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Comes out throwing on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Lets it fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
From his end zone, needs to be careful here. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no three-point conversions and stuff like that that you can get, so...
Going downfield for the big play. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Stands in and takes the hit. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.